Hey, what's up? How's it going? So when I was starting a business, I had an idea what CRM was, but I did not know that it meant customer relationship management system. And I had an idea that it was about tunneling customers, funneling customers through a flow. You have top of flow, bottom of flow. You gather them through the website, and then you bring them through different channels to a website. Then you get them to download your product, and then you further service them by sending emails. And I did not know how that happened, and I was wondering. Sorry, I'm just looking to my right because I'm messing with my computer here. I wanted to show you a diagram. However, I can just show you. It was helpful to build a diagram on how I built my CRM, because then you can visually see what's going on when you build out your blueprint, which I'll show you in a second. And this is helpful because it's a customer relationship management, and it helps better service your customers. So I'll just get right into it. Today I wanted to talk about customer relationship management systems, CRM. I did not know what they were until I had to actually build one. Didn't have to, but I felt it was best to build one. And these are some things that I learned along the way. I'm using ZOHO for HIPAA compliance. Different CRMs are necessary for different use cases. Since we are an artificial mental health support application with therapists, we need that compliance component to it. So this is what I learned over my time. You have top of funnel, bottom of funnel, which you probably know. You gather your website, your customers from the ad. They go to your website, they download your product, and then you wonder how do they have that email on the back end of it? And that's kind of what I want to teach you today on our CRM. So I'm just starting at Google. They have different. ZOHO I do recommend them. They have great customer service. I'm currently on one.zoho.com. You might see some test data because we are still testing the flows, just making sure things are operational before we have customers come through. So you'll see a bunch of test information here. And if you go over here to the sidebar, they have different. My gosh, I have glasses on and can't even see that far. I'm not sure what this says, but CRM's here. And then ZOHO Desk is for ticketing systems, which is great for how we further service those customers. For example, we know who has an issue, and then we can just service it versus just opening up an email and people sending, going through emails, and then we can track. It's called a service record. Further, so I didn't know what a Kanban was, but this is how our Kanban works. You might see a bunch of test information here. This is how we built it. We have unaccounted all the way to the right because some things just, we were testing some things. Might have to check into this one a little bit more. I don't know if information got here correctly. I don't think so. I'll have to talk with the team on that one. So this video is also going to be helpful for the team. So here's what's going on. I don't think the data made it to the leads module, but it didn't make it to pending. So it ended up in unaccounted. So I think we have to further investigate why it's not ending up in pending. Sorry guys, I'm just taking a quick detour just so I can show the team. So if you go to modules, leads, click on standards, standard, and then lead status and edit properties, pending. So this is where the customer should land, and then I can further service them. But back to the video, I'll cancel. So how it should be is we have customers. So we have prospects of the professionals, because we need to know who is qualified to be on the app. And because we can't just say every professional is on the app without vetting them. So we have leads and contacts. What we're doing here is we have leads that are being sent to the different areas of our application process, which makes it seamless. This is all done in the background without the professional, ever seeing this. But if they watch this video, then you can see what we're doing in the background. So I'll just create a test lead. Test 05. Do need an email. Emails are important. And also for the team, I'll have to check that as well. It's kind of weird because Apple doesn't allow us to collect emails because that information is already given through their app. So that's something to be mindful, guys. I'll save here. And then what's going to happen is that it did not go anywhere because I have to say that it has to go to the first one. And then test 05, go back to leads, look at the Kanban, and it did not make it. Why didn't you make it there? Test 05 ended up in it. Okay, I wonder. See, a bunch of troubleshooting, guys. That's why we do these things to. Okay, lead status, ending. Is there a save? Oh, check mark right here. That's what I didn't do. Okay, now it should work. I'm still learning this too. So now it made it. And then what they're going through, we have different checklists to bring the providers through. So say if I'm working in the background to keep the company just, by myself, or have another employee, we just verify that documents are being sent, verify that they receive it, say, hey, the application has been forwarded. If they're missing ID, personal documents, this is just our personal workflow. If you have your own, things can get customized your way. We ask for information just to make sure who you are. And then, we run the background check. We have different components to make sure that you are indeed who you are. This gets run through another service. So that's why it all happens in the background. What we do is we just ended up, going to Checker. Checker is a great provider. I'll just stop by there real quick just to show you guys what I'm talking about. Checker is great, so this all happens systematically in the background. Great companies use this. It makes our background checks, seamless. So that way they send out a form and we get it back. And if any other issues, we can further discuss that. I'll show you guys that in a second. So we say, hey, we got to add some notes just to make sure. Upload file. I don't know what I have here. Let me just grab a random file. Let me drag this all the way over here. It's just one of the policies, access control policies. We attach it. I'm sure we got more policies to bring up. Notes are mandatory, so we just say test, save it. Cool, moves it around, and if there's any issues with their background check, we confirm for favorable decisions during that. It all happens in the background. We just make sure that we aren't missing any dots. This is our personal workflow. Anything in red is required to be checked. Notes, I believe, is also mandatory because we just don't want, if there's any issues, or if we'll just say all good, just so that way that we don't miss them later down the road. Account review, if their account is required revision, then we say why, what's going on. Maybe they're missing items, but we'll just go along with it. Account in good standing, then we check it again. We can check it once. However, measure twice, cut once. Okay, so you can see we made a contact here, and then what we would do is from here, this is just our personal workflow. I'll go to admin, which I have to put in my fingerprint, but I'll just tell you guys. So it'll go to our admin. We'll see it. And I think it's a little bit too much to, to discuss in the video right now anyway. So it'll go to our admin, and then, we go to, yeah, so I'll show you guys what happens. See, test 05, it is not there anymore. It went to our contacts. So we have verified that I'll go to Kanban view. So we had verified that the provider is indeed qualified. And if there's any issues, then we'll further, investigate what's going on. And then, and then this is where we send our qualified professionals. They're approved. So we send a welcome email. Then, they do some required HIPAA training. And then, we send out the bi-monthly development emails regarding safety instructions, resources, and things of this nature to be able to have for just as a resource for any critical situations, so that you have a go-to resource. Okay, yeah, PocketMate sends an email every 15 days. I know where to go if I don't know what to do. Of course, we have a bunch of other testings. You see that we can test this a lot. Okay, and then I'll show you the blueprints. Patients is a different module. I haven't really gone into that one much. So our professionals are leads and contacts. So you see how simple that was for our CRM. They just go down and down the line, and there's automated templates being sent to them. Patients, I haven't really messed with that one too much. Still figuring that one out. On how we're going to service them. I think we're just going to. I won't get too much into how I will approach that, but I'll show you the blueprint. So this is what a blueprint is. It took me months to build this. I'm gonna just, if you are using ZOHO, so you can click on all modules, because I thought I was missing leads. I was like, who deleted the leads? Why? And then I realized because, come on. Gosh. Come on. If I had feedback for Apple, I'd like, yeah, man. That is kind of annoying. Maybe just put it to the side of the mouse or something. But I'll show you our blueprint. So it just took me months to build. So this is pretty much what's going on in the background. We have the actual modules. The leads is a module. They call this states, and then we have transitions. And what's going on in the background, we can build what's going on, and send off the templates after they go to a transition, and then they end up in, if they're approved or qualified. So that's kind of what's going on with how it looks behind the scenes. I'll show you what our contacts looks like, because it's a little bit simpler than that. Because if you're already qualified, there's really not much that we need from a professional at this point besides the HIPAA training. Hey, welcome to PocketMate. Here's some training, and then we send bi-monthly development email. Really simple. And that is how we have built our CRM. And it's not more complicated than that, unless you have different work rules. But if you're not interested in that, then you can click off the video, but I'll show you guys kind of what's going on. Workflow, no, it's modules. So workflow rules. Workflow rules, they can get tricky. They involve formulas. So let's say contact status. Like, for example, our bi-monthly reminder. This is our conditions and statements, for every bi-monthly at 10 a.m. We'll send a recurring every month. Then where is it? It's contact status. It's just different formulas. I won't get into it too much, but it's interesting. I really do like it. And okay, I just had a text message come in. So I'm going to end the video here. I will get into ZOHO Forms a little bit more. They are fun to build. I'll just kind of show you really quick what our survey looks like. And if you guys are interested, you know, this is very simple to make in relative terms. If you're interested, you know, please reach out, or I'll just make another. Well, I'm about to write Yahoo. Okay, I'll say all good. This is just some quick feedback, and then if you wanted to give us, you know, and then all done. So if you're interested in ZOHO Forms, we can talk about that. ZOHO has a lot of great content regarding ticketing systems, marketing systems, having documents to be signed. That's another video for another day. But if you're interested, please reach out. But that's how CRM works in the aspect of customer relationship management, to make things simpler. So you can just have a few buttons pressed and everything's just mostly automated, so that way you're not, you know, pulling your hair like, how do I get this document and send it manually? That's just annoying. So I'll stop the video here. Thank you. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you have any other videos that you would like to see about ZOHO, you know, please reach out. That's a quick overview of test information that we have, and hope you found some value from this.